Hello, I'm Shirley Orlando, and we're here for our second lesson on the ukulele. And this is going to involve the F chord. And I just want to remind you that we are Island Bazaar and ukuleleparadise.com. Now, we're doing business here in addition to teaching you how to play the ukulele, so we may have some customers coming in and out of the store. But if you don't mind, I don't mind, so let's get busy. This is on page 14 of the Mill Bay Fun with the Ukulele course. If you don't have it, you need to have this book for this particular session. Okay, and we're on page 14, we're starting the F chord. Now to play an F chord, we're going to show you one on the screen here as I'm speaking. But you will put your first finger, that's this one, your forefinger on your left hand, on the first fret of the second string. And remember, we count from the bottom up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you'll put your first finger on the second string, the first fret. And then your second finger will go over to the fourth string on the second fret. And that's an F chord. Now you may have it a little muddy at first. Something like that. That's because your fingers are probably collapsing. It might be a little bit awkward for you to play that chord at first, but arch your fingers and continue arching your fingers. Don't let them collapse. If they do collapse, lift them up until they are arched again. Okay, and that will be our F chord. And remember to strum in this area right here above the sound hole. That's where you'll get the best tone. All right, let's play an F chord. That's the tone we want. So lift your fingers up and make sure you're not touching other strings with your fingers. All right. Let's do this little exercise here on page 14. If you look where it says the large 4-4 there, that's where we're going to play. We will start this exercise with the C chord. 1, 2, ready, play. Now F, G7, 1, 2, 3, rest. Now, you're probably still finding it difficult to change quickly from chord to chord. And the only thing that's going to change that situation is play this exercise about 100 times. Okay, if you're finding it difficult to change from chord to chord, the more you play the exercises, the easier it will become. Let's play that exercise one more time. 1, 2, ready, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, F. Remember that little squiggle at the end there? That is called a quarter rest. Next exercise is in 3/4 time. Then that means there are 3 beats to the measure and the quarter beat gets 1 count. Starting with a C. 1, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, G7, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, G7. Rest. Makes you want to dance, doesn't it? Okay, let's do that one more time together. 1, ready, play. C, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, G7's 2, 3, C, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, G7, then C, 2, rest. Okay, you will note that when I am strumming, I'm not just doing a straight down beat where you see that little diagonal mark there. I'm not just going 1, 2, 3. That's a little bit too mechanical. So just drag your finger back up on the upbeat. So when I count 1, I'm actually coming up on that beat too. 1, 2, 3. And it's, if you would insert the word and, count, that will count for the upbeat. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and that's it. Okay, we're going to skip page 15, the Blue Tail Fly, and we'll go over to On Top of Old Smoky. Now I want to give a disclaimer here. This song and the following songs that are written for this lesson are not in my singing key, so you're going to have a delightful experience hearing this. But to play it for you and make sure that you can play these exercises, I will attempt it anyway. All right, on top of Old Smoky, page 16. I'll give a 2 count and we come in on the word on. 1, 2. On top of Old Smoky, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover, came courting too slow, but courting's a pleasure, old flirting's a grief, but a false-hearted lover is worse than a thief. 1, 2, 3, 1, rest. All right, I hope you can keep up with that. Remember, the challenge is changing from chord to chord, and the only thing that'll make it quicker is play it often. Okay, the Marines hymn. Let's see if we can get through this. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of the United States Marine. Rest. Okay, that might be a little bit trickier for you because you have to get kind of a march beat going there, where it's the little shorter on the first count. And let me show you how to do that. You just go kind of short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. You see what I'm talking about? Otherwise, if we do a regular swing beat, it doesn't work with a march. It just doesn't. We would be going from the halls of Montezuma, and you can see that that isn't going to work. So get that march beat going. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It is a cut tempo. Short tempo, march tempo. All right, let's go on to page 18. The last song that we have with the F chord in it. And this will be our last song for today. It's called There Is a Tavern in the Town. How about that? Now, in our particular town, there's about 300 of them. But I'm sure you can get a drink if you want one. All right. There is a tavern in the town, and there my true love sits him down, and drinks his wine, mid laughter gay and free, but never, never, never thinks of me. Fare thee well, for I must leave thee, do not let the parting grieve thee, and remember that the best of friends must part, must part. Adieu, adieu, kind friends, adieu. I can no longer stay with you, and I will hang my heart on a weeping willow tree, and may the world go well with thee. Okay, you might have it a little bit tricky in there because there are some fast chord changes, and we're strumming quickly. That last thing on there is called a glissando. That's where we do this. It's a broken chord or an arpeggio. Played like that. Okay, that's all for our lesson today. I'm Shirley Orlando of Island Bazaar, ukuleleparadise.com. Lesson 3 will follow this one shortly, so I hope you'll look for that. Thank you and goodbye.